That was a celebration of love and sisterhood, only setting the tone for the day to follow. So I hope this gives you a little inkling of what decibel we're going to be resonating at. Does it? Yes, it does. So I need you to use your hands, use your feet to show us you're here. Because it takes a lot of energy for our speakers to come up here. So we could use a little bit of movement. So could we just stand for a moment and celebrate this vivacious morning in New Delhi, Gurugram, and have your hands up? Can I see arms? Can I see your hands? I can't see them. I can't see the back row. I can see tiny little humans in the back table. I can't see. Yes. Can we have our hands coming down to the side? Awesome. And bring them into a clap. And that's for you. Okay. Don't stop. You're not done. Take your left arm and bring it to your right shoulder. Right shoulder. Left arm to the right shoulder. And the right to your left. You know what I mean, right? Left to right. And then give yourself a big hug. Oh, warm, loving embrace of yourself in celebration of you. Thank you all for being here and for being these beautiful, radiant energies that is coming to us multifold. Thank you. Please have a seat as we begin with our second session on day one of the Women Economic Forum in Gurugram 2019. And you know, stuff like this doesn't happen every day. So let's be here with mind, body, and spirit. We're talking about innovation by corporate leadership. Yes, important reminder, which Harbeen just reminded me. We are now beginning with our parallel sessions as well. Victory 1 and Victory 2. So if you have a session there, you may proceed now. We're running, yeah, that's fine, yeah, perfect, okay. So, and here at the plenary, we begin our session, Innovation by Corporate Leadership for Sustainable Businesses, a very pertinent discussion, and it's a pleasure to have the speakers for this session this morning, and it's my pleasure to welcome, if we have Carol amongst us. Is Carol here? I did see her.
Yeah, she'll be here.
Yeah. Elizabeth Edwards. There you are. Welcoming Elizabeth Edwards, coming from the US of A, the founder and president of Volume PR and 11th Octave, an award-winning communication industry leader. It's an honor to have you with us. Please have a seat. Welcoming Medha Khosla. Medha, are you with us, or you'll be joining us in a few moments? Gagandeep. Welcoming Gagandeep. Anisha Patnaik. We'll give them a few moments to join us. And do we have Priyanka Ribhu? And if we have Sonika Sarna. Great, okay, so we'll, exactly, the weather, we'll be forgiving because the weather is such. We keep the conversation, we will start this beautiful conversation on sustainable businesses with Elizabeth Edwards. Elizabeth, would be an honor to have you share your journey with us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me to join you all today and share with you my work of improving human communication, connection, and how we can spur positive change in our world with our words. When I attended university, it was my desire to study communication, but to do so through the lens of human psychology. It has always seemed natural to me that if we want to communicate to the best of our abilities, if we want to build nonprofits with the power to change society, then we need to be informed by the sciences on how our minds process and prefer to be engaged. However, the science fields and the communication fields were not combined when I was a wide-eyed college student, and they still are not today. That is the change that I seek to make in our world. I've made it my life's work to perfect the practice of corporate communication, marketing, branding, public relations, all forms of professional communication by integrating and testing together the sciences and what they teach us in the practice of communication. By the sciences, I mean psychology, neuroscience, ethnography, anthropology, behavioral science, behavioral economics. What do these fields teach us about engagement? What do they reveal about the preferences that unite all of us together? Do the sciences hold insights that will make us more effective and successful in creating sustainable businesses, in spurring corporate wellness and well-being, and in sharing our messages to create understanding and excite positive change? The answer is a resounding yes to that. When we have started to align science with communication, what we've understood is that there is actually a blueprint in all of our minds that unifies humanity's shared engagement preferences. When we design communication and campaigns and messages in order to serve those preferences, we are all heard, understood, and successful as never before. So I ask you, my sisters, what is your message? What change are you working toward? What do you want people to understand? And what do you want people to do? Because we can throw messages at people, or we can communicate and engage and draw people in. We can limit ourselves to the theoretical communication, education, and instruction that is taught at our universities, or we can design communication campaigns that compel conversation and change. Communication capable of deepening connection, understanding, and caring. The perspective I ask you to all consider with me today is how can we practice a new level of intention with our words? What strategy underlies how you talk about yourself? Have you ever considered a strategy behind how you position yourself, your business, your company, your country, your passions, your family? You can have confidence that your words and actions will achieve your goals much more rapidly and successfully when we overlay knowledge of the scientific preferences of our minds with the ways that we engage and work with others. I call this practice neuropsychological engagement, or engaging 100% of the mind, both conscious and subconscious, simultaneously with our messages. When we do that, we achieve such tremendous progress. I have practiced this for the last 18 years as I have owned Volume Public Relations, a award-winning, as my friends here shared, public relations, marketing, and communications agency headquartered in the United States with clients around the globe. With those clients, I've had the opportunity to take many of these things that I, as a lifelong student of the psychologies and sciences, and through my agency as my sounding board and practice area, taken those sciences and applied them to see what truly spurs positive behavior change. What do we know to be true that unifies all of us? And that when we communicate based on those laws and those principles and rules, we are able to be exponentially more successful. So I'm so honored to be here today to share this work with you. And I look forward to discussing it in much more detail around how we can create new levels of success, sustainability, and corporate wellness and well-being by doing all of this. I will be today at 11 talking a bit more about this in relation to social media, and tomorrow, I believe also at 11, speaking about it specifically in terms of our words. And I hope that you will join me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I loved what you said about intentionality in our words. I remember an occasion I was with Vinay. He was somewhere, and a reporter from a newspaper, leading daily, had been trying to get an appointment with him, and she found him in this education fair, and we were there, and she says, I have been, waiting for this, looking for you to have this appointment with you, and I've been unable to get in touch and get through to you. So when can I have an appointment with you? And he said, right here, right now. And she's like, no, but I need an appointment with you. He says, you have it right here, right now. And I think that's what Elizabeth was going through my mind when you said, you have your word. And you have the choice to put intentionality in your word right here, right now. This is the moment. So seize it with intentionality. What is your message? What do you want to say? You can actually make a difference now with the next word that you choose. So thank you, Elizabeth, for coming all the way to share your wisdom, your experience with all of us right now, and we look forward to your 2 sessions coming up today and tomorrow. Thank you. Mansi?
Yes, thank you so much, Rabeen, and thank you, Elizabeth. So we are going to be deploying this neuropsychological engagement like we've learned today. So practice it, girls, this morning, all day. And I think that's the power of intentionality that Rabeen just reflected on as well. So thank you. I'd like to invite a couple of speakers who've just joined us as well, welcoming Medha Khosla.